All right, guys. So I just want to share something interesting with you guys. Back home in Nigeria, if you're a parent, you can relate with this, and even a grown up who you relate with this. When you have your children in school, you can, for any reason, keep them away from school. Probably you're traveling and you wanted to take care of their siblings at home. You can take them out of school for the duration, for the period of which in which you will be away. And sometimes, if you may be traveling, you want to take the children with you for whatever reason. So you have a lot of reasons to take your children out of school, to keep them away from school for some time, and no one could have to question you. No one questions you at all, and you can do that. And as a matter of fact, sometimes even if the school child confronts you, some people will boldly tell them, "It's my child. You don't have any business with whatever I do with them." Right? In this part of the world where we are, it's not so. It's not so. In this part of the world, it is not so. So there's something interesting I want to share. And if you're a parent in the UK as well, I think this is a video you need to watch. So recently we moved houses, okay, and we have to pull the kids from out of the school that they are attending. So now we've been hunting for a new school for them, and we had a couple. So there's this very interesting Catholic school. Of course, I've always wanted my kids to attend the Catholic. I wanted the kid to attend the Catholic school. So there's this Catholic school that we went for. I've heard stories about this before, but I've not really seen it firsthand. But this is me seeing it firsthand, also sharing with you guys. So they gave us the form, they gave us documents and stuff. So one of the things they gave to us is a document. I don't want to show the name of the school. Let me see if it's not here. Okay. So this document, if you look at the heading here, you see penalty notice for what do you call it? Let me read properly. Penalty notice for unauthorized absence. What you need to know about the changes. Now, you see, in this part of the world, you have to take permission from the school for your child to be absent for any reason. And if you call them to tell them that your child will not be coming to school, and you give them the reason, if they don't find that reason convincing enough, you have to take the child to school. Else you'll be fined. Yes, you will be fined. You heard me right. So now I'm going to read this thing here so that you hear the details. Now it's going to get to the stage where you can even be taken to court, and you'll be charged. The court can fine you up to £2,500, which is over almost 6 million or more in Nigerian currency, for keeping your own child away from school. So this is quite interesting. This is why I made this video. When I saw this thing yesterday, I was laughing, and then this is why I do this video, because I saw a post on Facebook just a few minutes ago where somebody saying that this actually happened to her neighbor, that somebody she know that took her child away for a holiday somewhere, and thinking, okay, it's just 1 week, so when they come back, you will catch up. All right, listen to this. It said, with the introduction of the new school framework for penalty notice, the following changes will come into force for unauthorized absence that occur after the 19th of August 2024. Okay, so if your child is out of school for 5 consecutive days in one term, okay, so the penalty notice fine will be issued for the term time leave of 5 or more consecutive days, and for fewer days where they happened before. If they have happened before, they will give. Now, for 10 sessions of unauthorized absence in 10 weeks, if your child is away from school for 10 weeks, there's a different penalty. Okay, let me quickly skip. Now, this penalty is not, if you have 3 children, for example, and you pull them out, now this penalty is going to be per child. Per child. Now, listen, the first offense, I'm going to skip the long stories. The first offense. So, the first time a penalty notice is issued for temp time leave or irregular attendance, the amount will be £160 per parent per child. That's over 300,000 naira. If your child, if your own pikin though, the thing is, the mentality of this my child. I do with the child whatever I want to do with the child. In this country, I lie you. You will not do with the child the way you want, whatever you want to do. You do with the child whatever the government wants you to do. Okay. So £160. Now, if you pay that money within 21 days, is £80. Okay, after 21 days is £160. Now that is one side. Now, second offense within 3 years. Now, if you have it, it's like you're a repeat offender. If you have been fined before and within 3 years you commit the same offense. Listen, no, the second time a penalty notice is issued for term time late or irregular attendance, that amount will be £160 per per parent per child within 28 days. There's no option of 80 days. So if you're a repeat offender, that's what I'll call you now. If you are from Africa, you know why I'm laughing. If you're Nigerian, you know what I laugh. Eh? So if you're a repeat offender, that means if you have done it before, and then within 3 years you still do the same thing again. Now this time is £160. There's no option for you to pay £80 if you pay before within 21 days. You understand? Now this is the juicy part. Listen, the third offense and any further offense within 3 years. The third time an offense is committed for term time leave or irregular attendance, a penalty notice will not be issued. You don't go get the penalty. Now the case will be proceeded to the magistrate court. Now the case will be proceeded to the magistrate court, and magistrate court can fine you up to 2,500 per parent per child. So it's interesting and funny as well. These people they most serious for your own picking pass you. They are more serious about the future of your child than you. And the funny thing is that sometimes in this country they don't like you to even spank your child or beat your child. So they also understand that sometimes person fit beat the picking matter for pigeon. Maybe small man come on, no make school know they start to keep up for house. So now, if you not tell the school, if you don't call the school and tell them, look, my child will not be coming to school today, and give them a very convincing reason, they will ask you to bring the child. They will ask you to bring the child. Now, to tell you how serious these people take this thing, let me tell you one thing that happened recently. That happened to someone I know. This person, he's a Nigerian, so Nigerians we always take our children's academic performance very, very serious. So after a few terms in school here in the UK, they realized himself and his wife realized that this boy was lagging behind in certain subjects. Mathematics was one of them. So they decided to enroll the child in extramural classes. When they come back from school, the rest they'll have somebody. It was even online. I think it was even online. So they will log go online where the person will teach them stuff and all of that. So, and this happened also during the weekends. During the weekend when the children go to school, they do the same thing. They do the more longer hours and Saturday, Sunday. So one of those days, the children went to school, and the child went to school, and the teacher asked him, "How was your weekend? What did you do in the weekend?" There was just this kind of fun conversation where they ask children, to share their experience. If you went for holiday, during holiday, they'll ask you what did you do the holiday and stuff like that. So the child said that he attended extramural classes, he did this, he did that, and the teacher was like, "What? What do you mean extramural classes?" So the child had explained to the teacher, "Look, my mom enrolled me in a class, so because in some subjects and stuff." Do you know the school wrote to the parent of the child and told the dad that they are stressing the child mentally, and they demanded, mark the word, demanded that the child should be removed from that extramural class should be stopped, so the child can have time to rest during holidays and weekends and after school. The only thing they should focus on is the assignment given to them by the school. This is fun, honestly. So if you are a parent and you're bringing your child to this country and you say this child is mine, I can treat this child the way I want to, or my picking, if I don't want the child to go to school, it's my business. In this country, once the child, you can do that too. If the child have never enrolled in school, I don't know if there's a law now. Maybe I'll check that one later. That forces you parents to take their children to school. But once you have enrolled that child, eh, the child is not out of your hands. Honestly, you cannot just randomly maybe because you forgot to go and drop the child in school. Say, because you're already late, you just stay at home. Wahala go dey o.